All right, shoot, fire away. Who's up?
Go today for day one.
It was good. I thought the tempo and our ability to run a lot of things offensively and defensively for a first day. It wasn't, line up and run 2 or 3 plays. There was a lot of, installation, a lot of plays, good tempo, 2 hours, fairly hot. We haven't had a hot summer. So all in all, we got a lot of work in, and we'll have a lot of time with our guys to watch some film and really have a good teaching day.
You spent a lot of time with the receivers, and we know why, but what was it like to kind of roll up your sleeves and get to coach a position again?
It was good. It was fun for me. Obviously you're in this business because you want to teach, and being able to get in there and, give them a good base and foundation of some of the fundamentals that I think, we've got really top-notch athletes at that position. So just spending a little bit more time with some fundamentals today on releases and transition and some of the things that I think really can help them, develop a solid foundation, because they've got a great skill set. So just this week really will be about not reinventing the wheel with the wide receivers, but just laying down a real solid foundation for them.
How much does that affect your evaluation of the quarterbacks, since obviously you're not as involved with them right now?
Well, I'm during 7-on-7, during team, I'm standing back there, and really Ryan Mahaffey is really doing a lot more of the substitution for the receivers, and I'm standing back there evaluating the entire offense. So during the individual time, I'm not with the quarterbacks, but that is a skill development time where Matt was doing most of that work anyway, so it really hasn't changed it as much. I have to pay a little bit more attention to situational substitution of receivers, but other than that, it hasn't really affected it much.
Brian, it's been a while since you've had a first-eye look at these guys. Anybody jump out or surprise you today after a month away from them?
I don't think so. It's for me, you need a couple of days really, Eric, because you were looking at the guys without helmets on, and I don't even know a couple of the guys with their helmets on and who they are, some of the younger guys. So I'm going to have to watch some film today, and I think I'll get a better sense after today on some of those guys. I know this, that just the way we practiced today, both offensively and defensively, was miles better than our first day in the spring. And so there was definitely some improvement and some. I think I said it in the press conference that what I was looking for on the first day was some retention, and certainly saw a lot of retention. I wasn't out here yelling and screaming relative to, what we were doing offensively and defensively.
Taking away the X's and O's, what do you want out of this experience? I mean, do you want a closer team? Do you want leadership to emerge here? I mean, what is the purpose of bringing it here?
Well, ideally, you want this opportunity for your team to, come together. I think some of the great teams that I've had, and I think that continue to have, is, you develop through camp, a toughness, a mental and physical toughness. Certainly we're working on the fundamentals of football, but you got to come together too. And this is an opportunity where you got a lot of time on this campus to come together, and there's activities and things that we can do to bring our football team together. Leadership is going to come, but it gets your team to come together, and that's what I'm trying to get by coming off campus and coming here.
How much fun is it just to get back for you doing this?
It's awesome. This is what this is why I'm in the profession, and you put in the time and the effort to get to these days. I mean, this is the most exciting time of the year for me. I mean, this is what gets the blood pumping in your body, to get out here and teach and be with your football players and your football team. This is the most exciting part of the year for me.
What do you like about Everett's mentality coming into camp?
I use the term, you're either fearful or fearless. And I think there was a time where he was a bit fearful at the quarterback position. I want to get him fearless. And I think if we can get to that level where he's fearless, I'm starting to see that move. That's where we want to get him. And he's on that. We want to keep moving him towards not being afraid and being fearless at that position. And if he gets to that level, it's going to be fun and exciting to watch him play. So it's that development, right? And so we're moving him and developing him through trust and running our system of offense the way we want it run. And I think when we get there, we're all going to be feeling pretty good about it.
How long will that take, do you think?
Man, if I knew, we'd all be very rich. I know we're working towards that process, and it's getting better. And you can see it coming in his eyes. You can see it in his tone and his the way he communicates. I'll know it, and you'll know it when you see it.
Can you touch a little bit on the defense, and more specifically Jaylen Smith and his role this next season?
Jaylen Smith's role has evolved as our defense has evolved. So, you know, he's going to be asked to do a lot more, not only as a specific player, but as a leader in our defense. You know, he's one of the more respected players on our team, even though he is a sophomore here. We're going to ask him to play some inside linebacker and some edge player for us. So he's going to be seen in a different role than he was last year, because we think that he can impact the game for us. So a much expanded role from last year.
What do you know about Ronnie Stanley's injury at this point?
Oh, he just got an IV.
Okay.
Yeah, big fellow who needed some fluids.
So you expect him back tomorrow probably then?
Oh yeah, I mean, first day, you know, I think we probably just being a little cautious with him. I don't think there was anybody today that we were concerned about. Daniels had a tight lower back, you know, just some first day kind of deal. Nothing to be alarmed about unless Rob hits me with something on the way to lunch.
Brian, you talk about team building activities. What are those sorts of things you have set up for the guys this week?
We're playing archery, so everyone who wants to get their Robin Hood on, we're going to do a little archery. We're going to do. They have a very expansive ropes course here, so we're going to be doing a lot of work on Tuesday and Thursday on the ropes course with a mix of the offense and defensive personnel, high elements, low elements, which we think are going to be you know, pretty exciting for the group. It's a different set of ropes courses than what they're used to, and just organize some things that we've got, some challenges for our guys that we've got out there for them. So we should have some fun with it.
Brian, could a sophomore be a captain on your team, speaking of Jaylen Smith?
I think a sophomore could be a leader, yeah. I don't think that's out of the question.
Captain, or, I mean, clearly he's a leader for you, but could he actually be named a captain?
I wouldn't rule it out of the possibility. I wouldn't rule it out of being a possibility. He's a leader on our football team right now. Whether he gets a C on the jersey, I think that, you know, we'll see how that plays out. But no, I wouldn't say that that's out of the realm of possibility.
I didn't ask you about the other day, Will Mahone. Is there a chance he rejoins the program, or is he gone at this point?
I think Will's going to look at other options. Yeah.
A lot of attention for Ben Koyak today. How important is he in the offense to get him established early?
Oh, he's an important piece in terms of what we want to do. We think he's, you know, he possesses the ability to catch the football. We saw his ability later in the season to do that when he got his opportunities. I think at one time he had 3 catches and 3 touchdowns or something crazy like that. And then he can block. He's an inline blocker. He did a great job this summer as a leader too, so he's very important to what we do offensively.
Now that you're here at Culver, just talk about the setup and how grateful you are to be here.
Yeah, we're really pleased that we were able to get a second field that was suitable for our guys to practice on, and that was really the key for us to come in here. They had everything else, you know, the dining hall, the barracks, you know, the ability to do a number of different things relative to meetings and film study. So that was important for us.
Speaking of field, we didn't ask you about this new field turf at Notre Dame Stadium.
Yes,
the other day.
you didn't.
Like what you see so far?
Love it, love it. It's you know, just has a great feel to it. Looks great to the eye. I think the kids really were excited about being on it. You know, the ND, and just has a great look to it. You know, there's an energy in there that I think our kids were really excited about.
Mike, or Brian, do you want Mike to stay completely away from football for a while, or are you happy to have him looking at practice on his iPad?
Oh no, he can whatever Mike is capable of doing. I'm happy to. We're happy to accommodate him. So we're running all the film to him on his iPad. This is strictly about what he's capable of doing and when he's capable of doing it. And you know, we're hoping for a speedy recovery, but it's out of our hands in terms of, you know, when that might be.
Thanks.
Yeah.